It's Jan Shikshan Sansthan. It's a national NGO in Dhar where we empower underprivileged women. We give them training in mechanics, driving, block printing, sarees. So it's one of our passion projects that we really like to do. We have already empowered more than 3,000 or 1,000 women.
Welcome to the IMA YouTube channel and fourth edition of the IMA Women Leadership Contest, celebrating women who are making leadership brighter, bolder, and stronger together. So today we have with us Prachi. She's an educationist by profession, and when it comes to passion, she's an artist, she's a traveler, and she's a mom of two. When described in three words, she'll be called as passionate, hustler, and always ready to go. So let's tie her into her journey. So Prachi, welcome.
Thank you so much, Varka.
So you are doing multitasking. So Merathi mein you are a chair, you are a CIM member, you are an INA member, you are IWN MP chapter co-chair. Then you have your own podcast, a mom of two, school to manage, and then home. How do you really plan all these things?
So I think, Barka, when you are saying it, it's sounding a lot, but honestly, it's not so much. I think when you want to do something, the pieces just fall into place.
True.
When I started with Shedding Wood, I think that was my first baby. So I just delivered my baby girl and we started the school. And it since then it's been a beautiful journey. The other things have just been falling into place whenever God thinks you're ready for it, He just drops it in your lap.
Totally, I agree to you. So you have an NGO also, Jan Shiksha Sansthan. You'd really like to know more about it.
So it's a family NGO. It is almost 25 years old. It's Jan Shikshan Sansthan. It's a national NGO in Dhar where we empower underprivileged women. We give them training in mechanics, driving, block printing, sarees. So it's one of our passion projects that we really like to do. We have already empowered more than 3,000, 4,000 women under the wings of GSS Dhar.
Great, great. So the events which are happening in world somewhere, they are also happening in Cherrywood. So is the answer behind this is your traveling? Or we would like to know in detail your way of travel also.
So, of course, when it comes to internationalism and dual education, we want to bring all of that to Indore by the form of Sharing with World School. We want to bring in all the activities and the different kind of things that are happening in the world. I love traveling and very happy that my husband also loves traveling. So we usually take breaks and we would travel for at least a month or two with our kids. So we never travel without kids. And I think traveling has been the most learning experience for all of us. So whether we've learned how to do scuba diving or paragliding or take on adventure sports or even how we take on road trips. So very recently we went to Australia and we did a road trip through Australia and it was mind blowing. Whether you're exploring nature, wildlife, or even tasting different cuisines that these countries have to offer. No matter how much you read in books, but when you experience it firsthand, it's out of this world. So I always tell people that if you want to learn what the world is, traveling is the best place to do it.
But the way you travel, like you live like local there. You just don't you go and touch the spot and come back like I've traveled.
So we always say we're not tourists, we're travelers. And my kids have also now started believing that that's how travel is. So for us, an itinerary is exploring the place, seeing the weekend markets, how the flea markets are, how their local restaurants, cuisines are, their culture, everything. That is how we like to travel. And we are absolutely no tourists there.
And I think every culture teaches you something.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely brilliant when you see it firsthand.
So, what's the one thing you want to change in the world if given a one in a hand?
I think one thing I would want to change is the way we are raising the next generation.
Oh,
I think we need to raise the next generation as more compassionate people, more kind human beings who can stand by each other when they become adults. So I see that the next generation is becoming highly competitive,
okay.
also because of digital media, because of AI. They're somewhere also losing their social connect with each other and becoming introverts. So, one thing that I would really want to change in the world right now is the way we want to raise the next generation.
More empathy, you would like
More empathy, more sympathy. They need to be compassionate. They need to be
more
nice.
physical,
Yes. So, social contact, we're humans, When we are talking about the cortex development in the brain, it goes on till the age of 25, So, uh, giving the children a chance to explore what independence is early on is equally important than to just guide them every now and then. So, absolutely no helicopter parenting, no bulldozer parenting. These jargons are just there. It should not mean anything. I think it's very, very important that we teach our children culture, heritage. Uh, जैसा कि बोलते हैं कि विकास के साथ विरासत जरूरी है.
yes.
So when you're looking at progress, your heritage and your culture needs to be with them. And we're very blessed that we're born in India, which is so culturally rich. True. We are a vibrant nation with music and dance in our blood. So why not give our children a chance? Same thing. Learn this, take them away from screens.
So it's absolutely right. So like Japan is such a developing country, but when you see them traveling, no one talks to each other. But people like at least India, mein, whatever if two ladies are also fighting, at least they are fighting, but there is some noise, there is music.
I love that. I love the chaotic nature of India, So it's very important that our next generation should be taken away from screens so that they interact and also, of course, be in nature.
Proud to be Arab.
Yes.
So if your daughter or any young girl came to you one day and said, Mom, I don't want to study, I want to be a singer, what's the advice you would give her?
So, Barka, like we were discussing earlier, my daughter actually does not want to study, even though she's very good in academics. But my daughter wants to become an actor. She wants to become a director.
Oh,
She's already shot 2 short films.
wow.
And I'm completely okay with it. Being an educationist, I understand academics are important, but where your passion lies is far more important than academics. So, academics is always a part of learning. Learning is not academics. Yeah, right? So, I think wherever the child is passion is, that is where the child should be. So, हो सकता है कि वो बच्चा मैथ्स में अच्छा नहीं हो, but he could be great at drumming and he could be the world's best drummer. So, nobody asked Sachin Tendulkar कि आपको मार्क्स कितने आए थे.
True. But
Like,
क्या होता है कि we don't know कि future में वो वहाँ तक कितना जाएगा. So parents end up, troubling kids in getting both. Academics भी ये भी.
I
How do you feel that?
guess that is one place where we lack. It's more important to develop a child's analytical thinking, their critical thinking than just marks. It's very important that when the child enters, हम MBA के पहले sabbatical लेते हैं कि हम पहले industry knowledge ले लेंगे, उसके बाद ही we'll do MBA. So when people are having that vision at that level, why are we forcing our children to, get marks? It's very important that the children learning should be there.
Continuous learning should
The learning growth. And like I said, that they need to really have passion in what they're doing. Not every child, it's as simple that you can't judge the ability of a fish in the way they climb the tree.
True, true, true.
Right? So, yes.
So also I want to like to know something no one taught you in school or tells you, but you wish you would have known early in your journey of life or career.
I think one thing that I wish I would have learned earlier was that you really need to have a daily routine. take time out for self-care.
Yes.
Because once you get busy, it becomes very, very difficult, and things are like you're always on the to-do list. So when you have a daily routine, which I really believe that every child, every person, and whatever their age is, that discipline of following a routine needs to be there. And thankfully, I was really blessed that हमें तो बचपन से सिखाया ही ये गया था कि सुबह उठना है तो you have to get up at 5 and you have to sleep at 9. And luckily for me, that's been the cycle forever. Like I sleep at 9, 9:30 and get up at 5:30. But I feel that if I was taught more of the importance of having a daily routine and, taking care of yourself, eating well, life would have been very different right now. So, yes.
No, that's true. Matlab, daily routine helps you in getting everything done.
That's what I really feel, that you have so many hours in the day. It's not so difficult to juggle with a lot of things. I think you just need to prioritize what needs to be done at what hour or what of the day.
Right. Yes, absolutely. So everyone needs their women drive. Their village. So who are the women in your life who have quietly lifted you up?
Oh,
Many. When their support really surprised you.
wow, that's a lovely question. I'm sure a lot of people at home would be very, very happy. So I am surrounded by women. I live in a joint family. Like my Nadian family was a joint family, and we were 9 girls. So for us, it was never that ये boy का काम है या ये लड़का करेगा ये लड़की. हमें तो यही सिखाया गया था कि सब कुछ करना ही है. So, I am blessed to have two elder sisters, very, very ambitious two elder sisters. And their support has been unwavering for me. And of course, mom is always mom. Mom is always mom is always mom. But I'm also very, very blessed that my mother-in-law is equally my mom. I think when I'm sitting here, she's holding the fort back at home too, taking care of the kids and taking care of the home. So when you have such a strong support system, it makes a lot of difference. Plus, my life has been very, very generous with friends. So whether it was my school friends, my college friends, those midlife crisis friends that you make when, you don't really know. So I am very, very grateful that I have always been surrounded by women who are passionate, who vibe with my tribe. So I'm just blessed. Yes.
Great. One thing I would really like to know, so Romit often told me that you were a very sincere student and you used to help him, in GS study. So, your daughter is also so sincere and disciplined with studies?
Yes. But then I wouldn't take the credit on myself. I think, yes, as a student in school, I was very, very sincere, very those textbook children that you would say, the notebook ekdam complete hoti thi and all of that. And my daughter is way so many notches ahead of me. But I also think my son is not so much. My son is the physical activity boy. He would always be on the go with a ball and a bat, and he's into karate, he's into drumming, he would not study. So for me, I think every child is different. It is not necessary that if you're good in academics, you're a great child. No, I think a good girl, good boy wala syndrome ab nahi hai. True, yes. True.
So we all have our up and down moments. So can you share one moment? At that moment, you must have thought, ki, can I really do all of this? And what were the phrase or thought that pulled you back on track?
So, this was long back. This was like somewhere when I was about to get married. My husband and me had started work together. So we were business partners much before we became life partners. And immediately after our wedding, so the business that we had started somehow fell off because of some government norms that came into place. And that was my first business. I'd just come back from my college and I'd started this business. I was very, very, how you had that young energy, young era thing. And so we ended up like literally seeing off all of our established business there. That was like my biggest setback. I feel that I'm also very glad that that happened at that moment because I was able to take it.
True.
How it is a blessing in disguise. That's you're a young blood, you think कि अच्छा चलो ये नहीं तो अब कुछ और सही.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Uh, because of that fall of that business, I ended up doing CA. I finished CA and surprisingly, I opened my own school because of my daughter. When I had conceived my daughter, I started looking for options as to what kind of upbringing or what kind of education I would want to hear for. And that's the seed of Sherrywood. So it was all about I said, maybe I do everyone. Yes. It was all a blessing in disguise that we couldn't continue with the business that we had established. And that's the reason we have Sherringwood and the other things that we are
Lines really play. Those setbacks are what makes us so thoughtful.
we are much more resilient because we've seen the worst when we were young. So now, even the best, we're like, okay, we're still humble. We are grateful. We had all the thankfulness that we had because we've seen the worst earlier. So yeah.
So many things to learn from you.
Oh, thank you, Bharat.
It was glad to have you. Thank you so much.
I think your questions were very profound. So thank you so much.